and this session is going to be on something interesting, or something you can say, which is the latest trend amongst people and among celebrities, and that is creation of cat eyes. So I'm going to talk about what all things are done to give the shape of a cat eye. I'm Dr. Parag Telang. I'm the founder and director of Designer Bodies, our Center for Advanced Cosmetic Surgery, which is located in Mumbai, India. And you can follow me on Instagram on Dr. Parag Telang and on YouTube as well. So cat eye creation means creation of a specific type of shape to the eyes, or a specific shape to the outer part of the eye rather, which gives a little almond shape to the overall shape of the eyes. Let's take a look exactly what does a cat eye creation mean. If you look at the actual shape of a cat's eye, you'll realize that cats have a typical shape where the inner part of the eye is lower down and the outer part of the eye is at a higher level. So they have this kind of an almond shape where if you follow the upper part of the line, it goes in this way and the lower one goes like this. So where the two corners of the upper and lower eyelid meet, this outer point is at a higher level than the inner point. So if you draw a line, that line is obliquely upward, and this effect can be created by a small procedure which is called as a cat eye creation. Now, why do people want to go for cat eye procedure? Is because there are a lot of celebrities who keep flaunting the shape of their eyes, and this shape of the eye creates a certain amount of attractiveness in the eyes. It also helps in improving the slant of the eye. Plus, if we combine it with lifting up of the outer part of the eyebrow, as what has been done here, or what has been done here, so the distance between the eyebrow and the upper eyelid, this gets increased, and that gives the effect of femininity, or it gives the effect of a very nice aesthetic feminine look to the eyes in a female. Those who just want to do the cat eye can have this kind of a shape, where the shape of the outer canthus has been pulled up so that the outer canthus or outer part of the eye is at a slightly higher level than the inner part, and that's what gives a very beautiful slanting shape to the eyelid. So either you can do only a cat eye creation, or you can do a combination of cat eye along with lifting up of the tail of the eyebrow. I'm going to explain the procedures to you in greater detail, so listen in. So a cat eye creation is essentially to alter the shape of the outer eyebrow. So what exactly does it mean? So a cat eye creation means that we lift up the outer part or outer corner of the eye in such a way that it alters the way the eyes look. If somebody has this kind of shape of the eyes, where the eyes are kind of flat, so if you draw a line from the inner corner to the outer corner, it is horizontal, it does not have too much of slant, and the eyebrow also tends to be horizontal in some people. So if we do the cat eye shape, the slant of the eye has been created in such a way that whatever was horizontal before, that has now been lifted up, and at the same time the corner of the eyebrows have also got lifted up. So it can completely transform the way a person looks, and this is one of the modalities of feminizing the outer part of the eye, or to improve the aesthetic shape of the eyes. This has the potential to completely alter the way a person looks. So if you feel you have droopiness on the eyes, or if you feel there is droopiness on the lower eyelids, upper eyelids, or in the outer part of the eyebrow, this is the procedure for you. It will not only change the shape of the eyes, it will also make the face look much more attractive, much more feminine, and it can completely transform the way you look, or it can improve the aesthetic potential. So how exactly do we create this cat eye or fox eye effect? Is by two methods. If you are somebody who wants to try it for the first time, or if you want to go for something which is temporary, you can go for PDO and or PLA threads. This can be effective. And if you want to go for something permanent, you can go for a small surgery which is called as a canthoplasty or a cat eye or a fox eye creation surgery, and this again can give you a permanent alteration in the shape of the eye. In my opinion, if you are going to do it for the first time and you are not sure of the kind of look that you want or how it is going to look, why don't you try the threads first? Do go for something which is temporary and something which gives you more clarity about how it is going to look. If later on you don't like the effect, the threads are dissolving, they will dissolve in a few months time, and the effect will be removed. So surgery should always be done when you are pretty sure that okay, this is the shape I want. I get so many patients who are pretty focused, they know what they want. So if you have that kind of clarity where you feel that the eyebrow and the outer part of the eye is something which needs lifting and this is what I want to do, then of course surgery is for you. For those of you who don't want something permanent or who are little hesitant and they just want to try something for the first time, then probably threads are an option for you. So these threads are made of either PDO, which is polydioxonone, or PLA, which is polylactic acid. The entry point for these threads is from the corners of the eye. So one thread is inserted from the corner of the eyebrow and one thread is inserted from a little lower point which is parallel to the outer part of the eye. When both these threads are pushed upward, that's what pulls the tail of the eyebrow or the outer part of the canthus of the eye. This procedure is a 10-minute procedure. It is done under local anesthesia. So before the procedure, there are some markings which are done, and you will be shown in the mirror what kind of effect the eyebrow lifting can give you, or what kind of result you can expect to have. And then local anesthesia is given. Local anesthesia means there are small injections of numbing which are given at these 2 points and also at these 2 points here, and then the actual threads are inserted which will lift up the corner of the eyebrow and the corner of the eye, and that's how a thread lifting can be done. You can expect to have some amount of swelling or some amount of bruising for a period of 4 to 5 days or a week, and in a week or 10 days time you can start seeing a very good effect in the shape of your eyes. So this is about cat eye creation using PDO threads or PLA threads. So what's the other option? So when we create a cat eye effect, as I said, if it's not only for the eyes and you want to lift up the eyebrows as well, then you can do it with the help of threads at the same time. So instead of putting the threads very close to each other, we put one thread a little away so that it takes away the tail of the eyebrow. So if you look at how the outer corner and inner corner of the eyebrow are at the same level, after the thread has been inserted, it is not at the same level. The outer corner of the eyebrow has gone up, and this creates a very good effect in terms of getting rid of the lines or the wrinkles in this particular portion of the eye. It makes the eyes look that much bigger and improves the shape of the eyebrows. So this is about cat eye creation and eyebrow lifting just by the use of threads without any surgery. Now those of you who don't want to do something temporary and want to go for something which is more permanent, there is a procedure which is designed to lift the outer part of the eye. This procedure is surgically called as a canthoplasty. It is done under local anesthesia, means you are awake but you don't feel any pain because those areas have been numbed. So there is a stitch which is taken in the outer part of the eye, and this stitch helps in pulling the outer part of the eye to a higher level, and that's how the shape of a cat eye or fox eye is created by a procedure called as canthoplasty. Now when we do canthoplasty, if I show you how exactly it looks, immediately during the surgery, you'll see that I am pulling on the outer canthus. So before the surgery, what we do is we release the attachments that the outer part of the eyelid has, and then we take a stitch from inside which pulls this corner of the eye. This procedure is called as a canthoplasty. So why does it alter the shape of the eye? Normally the outer part or outer corner of the eye is fixed to the orbit or to the bone at this level. When we want to change or alter the shape of the eye, we first free this ligament from the outer part of the orbit, and then it is fixed with the help of a stitch to a higher location. So you can see that that's going to pull the outer part of the eye, or it's going to improve the shape of the canthus. So this is a procedure called as canthoplasty. It is a permanent procedure to alter the shape of the eyes. So some women, along with a canthoplasty, they also want to lift the corners of their eyebrow. So during a surgical lift, we can also improve the relationship of the eyebrow. So this lady had a droopy eyebrow. So if you compare the inner corner and the outer corner is in fact at a lower level. And post surgery, you can see that the outer corner has got a nice lift. If I draw a line from the inner corner of the eyebrow, the outer corner is at a higher level. So this surgery is done from the hairline. There is a small incision here in the hair from where the eyebrow is lifted and from where the corner of the eye has also been lifted, and that gives a very good effect in terms of the lifting of the eyebrow along with the corner of the eye. So this procedure is called as a canthoplasty along with the eyebrow. So somebody is saying, I feel so bad for my nose because of lack of confidence due to crooked and thick nose. Okay, so it's a correctable problem. Why are you so worried? You can send some photos and I can suggest to you what can be done. Don't worry. This is another lady who's of a middle age, and her concerns were mainly that the face had started to sag or to appear, tired, or somebody used to say that, oh, maybe you are not slept on time. That was the kind of sagging that she was having on her face. At the same time, the eyebrows had started to sag. So if you again compare the inner and outer corner of the eyebrow, they are at the same level, and she wanted a procedure which will rejuvenate her face. So I have done a mid face lift, meaning the face, middle part of the face or the cheek has been lifted up. So you can see that the laugh lines which were very prominent before, those laugh lines have got corrected, and she has a much fuller cheek. The volume looks better. So this shadow in the under eye area of the hollowing has been completely corrected. At the same time, we have also lifted the corners of her eyes and of the eyebrows, and that has got a good effect on her in terms of making her look fresher or giving a very good aesthetic appearance to her face. You can see it better in the profile pictures that the cant of the eyebrow has changed. So from a droopy eyebrow, she has gone to an eyebrow which is elevated, and that has completely changed the way her upper part of the face looks. At the same time, the mid face lift has corrected this residual hollowing that she had, and it has given the effect of volumizing of the face. You see how nice and round the cheek looks here. That's because whatever was the saggy part of the cheek, that has got lifted or corrected, and that has really given a good difference to the volume of the face. So this is a combination of eyebrow lift, lifting of the corners of the eye, and a mid face lift. So a procedure for lifting of the corners of the eyes can always be combined with other procedures, such as procedure for tightening of the face, which is called as a facelift, a procedure such as tightening of the neck, which is called as a neck lift, maybe a nose job or eyelid surgery. So different types of facial aesthetic surgeries can be done together to alter and improve the shape. Whether you are a candidate for cat eye creation using threads, or whether you need something like a surgical creation or a canthoplasty, that your surgeon, plastic surgeon, has to evaluate and then make a plan for you of what is going to be the appropriate modality for you. For any surgical procedure, normally the recovery time is 10 to 15 days, because there is going to be some amount of swelling, some amount of bruising in the under eye area. You'll have some swelling in the area around the eyebrow if you do eyebrow lift. So the recovery time tends to be 10 to 15 days. Those of you who are having some important meetings or shoots, I would recommend keep one extra week, so keep 3 weeks of time, because most of The shoots that happen these days, they are all in high definition, they are all HD, and in HD you can't really hide any swelling or any bruising. It's immediately visible on camera. So give a time of at least 2 to 3 weeks. Once the swelling has subsided, once the bruising is gone, then you really start appreciating the changes that have been created by the cat eye or the fox eye effect, and it makes the eyes look totally wonderful and totally different. I, for one, like the effect of the cat eye or a fox eye, but be sure about having this particular shape of the eyes. Don't do it just because it's trending on Instagram or any other social media platform. Be sure that this is what you want to have. When you think of it properly, when you plan it properly, it can be a very satisfying procedure. As I said, it is done under local anesthesia with little bit of sedation. So the procedure takes 20 minutes per side. It's like a 40-minute maximum, an hour of procedure. You'll be fit to go home in few hours time. Of course, the recovery time is around 10 to 12 days if you go for the surgical procedure. For the thread lifting, the recovery time is little smaller, so maybe 5 days to 7 days should be good. So friends, this was an explanation about the cat eye creation trend, which is now seen in a lot of celebrities. So if you feel that why only the celebrities have this kind of the shape of the eye, and I also want to have the similar shape, it's a procedure which is safe and you can think about it. If you have any other questions related to this procedure or any other procedure in cosmetic surgery, please feel free to message me at the end of this video. And if you are keen on understanding the advances in cosmetic surgery or in facial plastic surgery, keep following our page. We keep updating new videos at intervals. We keep doing live sessions on Instagram as well as on YouTube, and you can keep abreast of the latest happenings in the field of science and how these techniques can completely transform the way you look and feel in a safe way. So I thank you all for attending today's live session, and I'll be back again next week with another topic of interest. Till then, stay safe and good night.